North Korea has fired what Japan says is its longest ever ballistic missile test, drawing ire from Washington, Seoul and Tokyo. What appeared to be a new type of solid-fuel intercontinental ballistic missile was fired towards the East Sea as a day after South Korea warned that the North was preparing for just such a test launch ahead of the U.S. presidential election that heads next week. In response, Seoul announced new export controls on materials that are needed to produce solid-fuel missiles. It also conducted large-scale joint air exercises with U.S. forces in the Yellow Sea. CNA's Lim Yun Suk tells us more.
This was the first intercontinental ballistic missile test since December last year. North Korea called the one tested on Thursday morning the world's most powerful strategic weapon, saying that it was a warning to enemies that have been threatening its security. South Korea condemned this launch, which came as Washington warned that North Korean troops in Russian uniforms are heading towards Ukraine.
우리 군은 김정은 정권의 불법적이고 무모한 도발을 규탄하며 지속적인 오물, 쓰레기 풍선 살포와 러시아의 총알바지 용병 파견, 핵실험 준비 등 한반도와 국제사회의 평화와 안정을 해치는 행위를 즉각 중단할 것을 강력히 촉구한다.
South Korea and Japan say they're closely coordinating with the U.S. over the latest North Korean weapons test.
今回発射された弾道ミサイルは飛翔時間が約86分でありまして、これまでで最長の飛翔時間であったこと、飛翔高度が最高高度7000キロを超えると推定され、これまでで最高の飛翔高度であったこと、などを総合的に勘案した上で、従来のものとは違うというふうにご発言があったものと承知をしております。
South Korea and the USA, an estimated 11,000 North Korean troops have been deployed to Russia for its war in Ukraine. Pyongyang and Moscow signed a defense pact earlier this year where they agreed to immediately provide military assistance using all means if either is attacked. The North's latest deployment of troops to Russia has raised concerns in Seoul, as both Koreas are still technically at war.
두 가지의 레드라인이 있어요. 첫 번째, 정말 북한군을 투입을 하게 될 경우에 그건 북한군이 우크라이나 전쟁에서 현대전 경험을 쌓는다는 거기 때문에 결국 한국에 대한 간접적인 위협이고요. 두 번째, 만약에 러시아 거기에 대해서는 대가로 핵기술이나 미사일 기술을 이전한 징후가 확실해질 경우에는 한국도 기존을 넘어서는 생각을 할 수밖에 없죠. 그건 사실상 한국에 대한 적대 행위라고 간주할 수밖에 없는 거니까요.
One analyst suggested that China, North Korea's closest ally for decades, could try to distance itself from the latest escalation.
China really doesn't care now about North Korea. Maybe this is some sort of diplomacy between Russia and North Korea that Kim Jong-un is doing. But you know, Xi Jinping has to worry about its own economy, worry about its U.S.-China relationship. Doesn't want to be involved in some sort of new cold rivalry between U.S. and other countries.
It's unknown what North Korea is getting in return for deploying its troops to Russia, but analysts believe it's possible that Pyongyang may carry out more provocations in the coming days and weeks to show its military might to the new leadership in the United States and the world, especially since it has its strategic partner, Russia, on its side. Lim Yun Suk, CNA, Seoul.